Hi, this is Arundhati Ghosh from the WeCare products team. I'm very excited today to introduce you to our product, which we call WeCare, as I just mentioned. So what's the problem that we are really trying to solve? Our problem statement: many seniors, they still want to live at home, a life of dignity and independently, but they don't have the ability to manage their household as they grow older. They don't have an easy way to deal with the upkeep of their household, driving around for several chores, medical management, especially during an emergency. But to them, finding a one single person to coordinate all aspects of senior care living at home is a problem that we are trying to resolve. Our vision is to help our senior family members and friends maintain their independence and live a life of dignity at home. We are in the business of senior caregiving and offering long-term continued relationships, which is the essence of elderly companionship. At WeCare, we'll be aiming to be a leader in the home care senior industry. Let me provide you a background about elder care. Imagine yourself staying away miles from your older parents or that family or friend who want to still live at home a life of dignity in their own space, a place full of lifetime of memories maybe. Graham Rawls says that there is a pretty strong evidence that the environment in which people live is closely linked to their mental and physical well-being. Our seniors, they want to live their golden years on their terms and choices instead of being dictated by forces that's beyond their control in an environment which is not home for them. It's been said that dignity is the essence of their life as water, food, and oxygen. With age, for them, comes the struggle of everyday activities, weekly activities, as I mentioned before, medical management, forgetting to take that medicine, driving to the bank, picking up groceries, that doctor's appointment, especially when the memory is fading each day and the health is altering and they are getting fragile. And in these situations, their stress level goes up when they need to coordinate with several people. They have this feeling of helplessness and insecurity, especially in the face of a medical emergency. The caregiver, the caregiver, like you, me, and several other people, live in another city or country, and they're never at ease. They're always a little antsy about receiving that phone call with an anxious voice at the other end. Sounds familiar? We at WeCare, we do understand that caregiving can be a lonely, solitary path, but it doesn't really need to be that way. The idea of WeCare actually took seeds because of our own personal experience with remote caregiving. We understand that even in the best of circumstances, caregiving is an overwhelming task. Being far away from your loved one you're caring for can add tremendous weight to your anxiety and guilt level. Caregiving guilt can actually be destructive. The emotional burden may make you feel tired, weak, immobile, which in turn actually makes you less effective, not to mention unhappier. If you're contending with these weight, the guilt, just know you're not alone. WeCare will be your partner in your journey of remote caregiving. So now let us talk about the market segment. We did user interviews and we targeted two user groups, the senior citizens themselves and the remote caregivers. So who are our senior citizens? Senior citizens are people above 55 plus who live away from their loved ones and need assistance in their daily activities and in emergencies also. Who are the remote caregivers? They are the family, friends of senior citizens who stay away from them but are deeply concerned about their loved ones and the care that they need when they need it. With the potential users that we interacted with, we know that they like the product, they like the idea of the product, and they have felt that it is the need of the hour, especially because of the pandemic and the ban on travel. Let's talk a little bit more about the mature market, our seniors. Our initial quantitative research really speaks back for themselves. The mature market represents a tremendous opportunities in all categories. The facts show that a lot of seniors have the capacity to spend. They account for 60% of healthcare spending. They spend more on per capita on groceries, over-the-counter products. Statistics also show that a lot of them are childless and lean on support. Senior citizens today represent 8% of the US population, or about 60 million people, according to the US Census 2021. Our second segment is our remote caregivers. You and me. Nearly 1 in 5 adults are caregivers. Approximately about 20% or 5 to 6 million caregivers are doing so from a distance. What is distance? We are defining distance as living an hour or more away from the person you're providing care for. Many are providing care from quite far away. In fact, not only just different states, but across countries and continents. Let's now talk about the psychographics of our target audience. So, how do the seniors actually experience the problem? They experience problem because of cognitive and logistical burden of running errands and their household chores. When we interviewed the seniors, they said, I find it difficult to maintain several points of contacts for running different household tasks in case of emergencies also. Their fear is they cannot trust one of service providers with their personal errand and letting them in the house and into their personal space. Their anxiety is that it is becoming progressively difficult to maintain household on their own, though they do still want to live in their own space. So what do they gain from our product? The desire to live independently and enjoy without the stress and anxiety of managing the upkeep of their household, driving for different chores, medical management, especially medical emergencies. You have heard how many times I mentioned the word medical emergencies. How do remote caregivers face the problem? What we learned from them is that it is difficult to find and coordinate with multiple assistants or caregivers. It really takes them time. It's also a matter of trust. They fear that will it be okay for the seniors to let in so many different people into their house? They face constant anxiety of not being able to take care of their loved ones. How does our model solve their problem? Firstly, all our caregivers are background checked so that you can have that peace of mind. Our model is based on you finding on our portal that one single assistant that a senior can reach out to any time when in need. Our portal is a detailed description of the numerous services that we provide, like cooking, cleaning, groceries, most importantly, being a companion during your needs. This personal assistant will actually help you coordinate with any services that you need. What do we call this single personal assistant? The magic attendant. And let's now talk about the advantage of the magic attendant. Our niche is really to help seniors with one point of contact or just a very small team of people. What do they gain out of this? They don't have to wade through the multitude of services offered on different screens when they're not in a position to do so or they don't want to. Our focus is really on building relationships for stress-free senior living so that they can have so that our customers can have peace of mind and this consistency in dealing with one person and not having to deal with several personalities. They will still have an access to the portal and use it if they decide to do so. Now let's talk about financials, the potential revenue base, our TAM, the total addressable market. Our research actually showed that the total addressable market is $260 billion in the US. With an initial adoption, our target market of California, the expected market is actually about $8 billion, which is our SOM, which demonstrate the great market opportunity for WeCare solutions. How do we plan to acquire customers? We plan to acquire customers through a lot of senior citizen centers that already exist. We were thinking about content marketing, email marketing, social media advertisements, search engine optimization. We're also thinking about leveraging video content to reduce bounce rates, collaborating with influencers to create informative videos that can be shared on social media and on our website to generate trust among users. Utilize our live chat on site on our website, optimize landing pages, personal emails for better engagement. However, we also know that it's only through experimentation that we'll be able to gauge strategies that will work for us the best. Now let's talk about market research and our conversion rates. We actually did Facebook ads to produce our conversion rates. We had approximately 1,500 total visits for a spend of $50. With around 8% conversion rate, the customer acquisition cost would be around 40 cents per customer during the initial adoption. We will monetize the product to the service charge that through our WeCare provider's assistant. Our initial validation to gauge interest in driving potential customers came from our landing page, which was our minimal viable product. I would actually like to talk to you about some of the feedback and customer response that we get. I will let you know verbatim what they said. Nice, the one contact point for all services is a valuable benefit. Looks awesome, need of the hour. It will be good to know what happens, what options I have in terms of pricing, or is it a subscription-based model, or do I pay as I go? Hello all, I need a female attendant for my papa 24 hours. Does anyone know any references? Please let me know. This was on a landing page. People thought we have already gone live. Let me talk to you a little bit more about the financial forecast. Pricing and cash flow in. Our business model assumes that the customer would request an attendant at least 8 times a month. We assume this to be the minimum of assistance needed. Our profit would come from a 10% commission that we charge on the total subscription service fee per month of each attendant. In case each customer requires at least an attendant 8 times per month, our profit would be about $50 per month. Assuming that they would use it for 2 years, our LTV would be around $50 times 24, which is around $1,200 a month. Our expenses, our cash flow out. We'll spend approximately $100,000 per month for the first 12 months. Our total burn over that period will be about $1.2 million. This would mean an initial investment about $1.5 million dedicated to this project. In conclusion, there are many benefits of home care for elders. WeCare can provide a single assistant who can help you coordinate with home healthcare professionals who can be there when you're not able to. WeCare support activities of daily living. At WeCare, we provide access to skilled nursing also at home and support with diet and nutrition, medication management, and most importantly, a caring companion and one support for a single trusted assistant. These are just some of the best reasons why you should consider opting for healthcare instead of taking your aging parents to the nursing facility, which is not their home. Today, senior care services still have inadequate representation in the market. The US and global population is expected to live longer than the generations before. The economy will need to change as well to maintain and fulfill the need of our senior citizens. This is the time to capture a growing business need, and we feel that there's a great opportunity to enter the market with the differentiation of a single assistant for all the needs. We are WeCare Solutions. Thank you for allowing us to present our products. Please let us know your feedback. We are looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.